I am leaving the show and was leaving the show. This was going to be my last season, regardless of if it went on or not.
Disney has launched a lot of superstars. Miley, Selena, Zendaya, but there's one name fans swear deserved just as much shine. China Anne McClain. She had the voice, the acting chops, and the star power to take over everything. So why didn't she?
I had to step away from my phone.
Hey besties, my name is Kat and welcome to my YouTube channel where we will be talking about deep dives, pop culture, commentary, and a little bit of drama here and there. Now this is my second ever YouTube video. If you didn't watch my first, you can go ahead and check it out here. And if it doesn't pop up, it's because I don't know how to work YouTube yet and I don't know how to do that. So now, I did receive all of your feedback on my deep dive on Laura Marano, and we all know what the issue was. The audio. The audio was ass. So, if you guys like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Also, if you like my bow, give me a thumbs up. Let's dive on in.
Dive on in!
So before Olivia Rodrigo and Zendaya, there was one Disney star everyone thought would be the next it girl, China Anne McClain. With powerhouse vocals, scene-stealing charisma, and that magnetic energy, she seemed destined to dominate music, movies, and everything in between. So what really happened? And why did one of Disney's brightest rising stars step away from the spotlight, and where is she now? From Ant Farm to Descendants, to the heartbreaking loss of her best friend, to boldly speaking out about faith and mental health. Her journey is one of the most powerful transformations we've seen from a child star. Or I don't know about y'all, but me. China Anne McClain was born on August 25, 1998 in Decatur, Georgia. She grew up in a seriously creative family. Her father, Michael McClain, is actually a music producer who's worked with artists like Solange Knowles. And he actually produced a track on her debut album, Solo Star, back in 2002. And her mother, Chantel, is a songwriter and a screenwriter. Her older sisters, Sierra and Lauren, are also performers, so the whole household was always full of music, dancing, and homemade performances.
Your dad probably had a big impact on you and your sister's voices as well. He's a music producer, your mom's a songwriter. Yes. And the girls, you and your sisters sing together.
We do. We sing all of my siblings and I, we have very soulful voices, and I believe that that's where we got it from. My dad used to work in the church as the sound engineer, and I don't know, it had a big impact on our.
In 2005, when China was just 7 years old, she and her sisters formed a singing group called MLAN Sisters. And while they didn't book any major gigs immediately, the group performed together at local events and church gatherings, and it laid the foundation for their future music careers. At the same time, China impressed many family friends with her singing, but her big break started when a music executive friend of the family heard her sing and encouraged her parents to help her audition. A moment that sparked her journey into acting and music at the same time. The family friend who encouraged China to start auditioning was named Ian Burke. He was present for dinner at the McClain family home, and after seeing China perform a song, he contacted director Rob Hardy, who was looking for a young girl who could sing and act for his film, The Gospel. This led to China Anne's first audition and subsequently her role in the film. At only 7 years old, China landed her first role in the Christian drama The Gospel, starring alongside Idris Elba and Boris Kodjoe. Even then, her natural charisma and ability to hold her own next to major stars stood out to a lot of people. And shortly after, Tyler Perry discovered her and cast her in Daddy's Little Girls, which aired in 2007. Where she played one of Idris Elba's daughters alongside her real-life sisters, Sierra and Lauren. This was her first major film, and audiences loved their real sibling chemistry. From there, Tyler Perry brought her into The House of Pain, where she played Jasmine Payne for multiple seasons and reprised the role years later when the show was revived. She received a lot of recognition from this role. She also appeared in the movie Grown Ups as Charlotte Mackenzie.
Rope on a tree, baby! You know what that means.
We get to hang ourselves?
Are you kidding me? You see...
And in the same year, she landed a reoccurring role as Kiara on Jonas LA and was even featured on the Jonas LA soundtrack.
You have no idea how to work with a young, talented female artiste like myself, and you keep your beautiful girlfriend a secret from all your friends. Honestly, I don't know what she sees in you.
Well, you just crossed the line.
Like this?
She actually auditioned and got a role on the Disney original movie Jump In with Corbin Bleu, but she turned it down because she felt that her role as Jasmine in Tyler Perry's House of Pain was a better opportunity. Between 2009 and 2011, China appeared on shows like Hannah Montana, NCIS, and even Wizards of Waverly Place, playing the role of Tina, who is a guardian angel in training.
Hello, Tina.
Hi, Rosie.
These guest roles started building her Disney resume and prepared her for an even bigger break. And that big break came in 2011 when she was cast as the lead role of China Parks in Ant Farm. The show's creator, Dan Signer, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, who's actually a Canadian television producer and writer, saw China's talent and decided to develop a series that would showcase her abilities as a child prodigy.
I'm China Anne McClain, and I play a musical prodigy named China Parks on Disney Channel's newest comedy, Ant Farm. Hi, I'm China.
Disney literally tailored the show to her when they casted her as the lead, which is actually a really big flex.
And a lot of color, which is purple, which is my favorite color. I told them that, so they filled the whole thing with purple.
So that's your really favorite color in real life?
Yes, that's my favorite color.
She starred alongside Sierra McCormick, Jake Short, Carlin Jeffrey, and Stephanie Scott. On the show, she played a music prodigy entering a program for gifted kids, a role that mirrored her real-life musical ability. For the show, she recorded a cover of Tayo Cruz's Dynamite. She also sings the series theme song, Exceptional. China Anne's first music video for her cover of Dynamite actually premiered on July 23, 2011 on Disney Channel. After less than a week, more than 1 million views on YouTube were reported. And she's also appeared in an episode of Disney's Prank Stars. And for the Disney Channel Halloween special in 2011, she came out with the song Calling All the Monsters. The song broke into Billboard Hot 100, peaking at number 86, which is a huge deal for a Disney Channel star. And its music video became a Disney Halloween classic. Me personally, I love it. And China's sisters frequently made appearances on the show as well. During her Disney years, China didn't just stay in one lane. In 2011, she appeared as a musical guest on So Random. While starring in Ant Farm, China also returned to the big screen to reprise her role as Charlotte in Grown Ups 2 in 2013, proving she could juggle major film projects alongside her Disney success. In 2014, she also showed off her vocal and performance chops on ABC's Sing Your Face Off, where she transformed into iconic artists each week and ultimately won the entire competition. Later in 2014, she landed the lead role of Gabby Harrison in How to Build a Better Boy, showing her star power could carry a full Disney Channel original movie. In 2014, China won both the NAMIC Vision Award for Best Performance in Actress of Comedy and the NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Performance by Youth for her performance in Ant Farm. China also performed live at Disney's big events like Disney Parks' Christmas Day Parade, at the White House Easter Egg Roll, and in concerts nationwide, quickly becoming one of Disney's top teen icons. Throughout her Disney stardom, China's family kept her and her sisters grounded and humble. During her Disney years, China had an 8:30 p.m. bedtime and even received a regular allowance. In 2012, an interview with Food Fun Family, China and her sisters said their parents always taught them to stay humble, remember what you're taught, and always have faith in what you believe in. At the same time as Ant Farm, China was still singing with her sisters who formed Three McClain Girls, which later became the MLAN Sisters, which was finally rebranded to Three in 2020. China actually formed the group Three McClain Girls with her sisters back in 2005, long before Disney fame. But it wasn't until 2011, when her Disney stardom soared, that they rebranded as the McClain Sisters and signed with Hollywood Records, Disney's in-house label. Their single Rise featured in Disney Nature's Chimpanzee, which was a motivational anthem that connected them to an even younger audience.
The song is called Rise.
Yes,
That is the name of the song.
It's a very uplifting and inspirational, very spiritual record that we did together as a family. Our dad was the producer. He's back there.
Alongside Rise for Disney's Chimpanzee in 2012, the McClain sisters also performed The Great Divide for Tinker Bell and The Secret of the Wings that same year, further cementing their musical footprint within Disney. They even opened for Big Time Rush and performed at the 2012 White House Easter egg roll. They had plans for a full album under Hollywood Records, but delays and internal changes at the label prevented it from really being realized. The sisters stayed active, releasing music videos and songs independently. In 2020, they rebranded as Three and released My Sanity, a reflective track about faith and personal growth. In 2021, they re-released Calling All the Monsters to celebrate its 10th anniversary, introducing it to a new generation of fans. Ant Farm ran from 2011 to 2014 over 3 seasons. While fans loved its original charm, many felt the season ended abruptly and lost some of its magic due to cast changes and a new setting. The show quietly wrapped in 2014 without a major finale event, marking the end of China's first big Disney era. In 2017, China took on one of her most iconic roles yet, when she was cast as Uma, the fierce and rebellious daughter of Ursula in Descendants 2. After her success on Ant Farm, Disney executives already saw her as a strong singer and actress who could handle big musical numbers and powerful, confident characters. The casting team wanted a performer with a big stage presence and someone who could bring a bold new energy to the franchise, and China was their first choice. She immediately clicked with the rest of the cast and fully embraced Uma's pirate vibe and villainous edge.
You play a villain. How much fun was it to be a bad Disney girl?
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. This was the very first villain I have ever played. And I have to say it was the most fun role I have ever played because you get to be more creative. And I also feel like the villain stories aren't really explored.
Her standout song, What's My Name, became a massive hit and helped make Descendants 2 the highest rated cable movie of 2017. She also returned as Uma in Descendants 3, solidifying Uma as one of the most loved characters in the Descendants universe.
Hey, I wanted the fried clam.
And I wanted a seafoam.
Life ain't fair.
And proving that China could effortlessly blend acting, singing, and dancing into one powerful role. In 2017, she also starred as Meg in 10, Murder Island, a Lifetime thriller where she played a more mature, complex character stuck in a deadly game, a big departure from her Disney image. In 2018, she joined Black Lightning on the CW as Jennifer Pierce, aka Lightning. She was chosen from over 25 actresses and praised for her ability to portray a teen grappling with new superpowers, anxiety, and family expectations.
You really think you all that?
Oh, honey, I know I'm all that.
The role solidified her as a versatile actress capable of leading darker, more serious stories. But in 2019, China faced one of her toughest life moments when Cameron Boyce, her close friend and Descendants co-star, passed away unexpectedly from an epileptic seizure.
This was really something that was in his family. Like, it was very private. So when I found out that he passed, I was like, what? And I had no idea about his medical condition. I think it was very...
Their relationship was like that of siblings, and his sudden passing deeply impacted her mental and spiritual health. She described him as chosen family, and credited him with inspiring her to live more truthfully and fearlessly. When Descendants 3 aired in 2019, the movie paid tribute to Cameron after his unexpected passing, and China has shared publicly how deeply that loss affected her. She soon announced she would be leaving Black Lightning before its final season concluded, explaining in a deeply emotional video that she felt spiritually called to refocus on her faith and take a break from acting. In 2020, she cut her hair as a public symbol of her personal transformation and healing journey, sharing the moment with her fans on TikTok and Instagram. It was a powerful statement of shedding old expectations and embracing authenticity. Through all of these transitions, China remained closely tied to her family. Together, they began developing original projects under their own production company, focusing on uplifting, faith-based, and mental health-centered stories. On TikTok, China is vocal about her Christian faith and regularly shares videos encouraging her fans to stay true to themselves and seek spiritual grounding beyond fame and popularity. Despite stepping back from acting in 2020, Disney welcomed her return. She reprised her role as Uma, the fierce daughter of Ursula, in Descendants 2 and 3, and once again in Descendants: The Rise of Red in 2024. In interviews, China admitted she hesitated to return because of Cameron Boyce's passing. But once she saw the enthusiasm from a new generation of fans, she knew it was the right time to come back. Uma quickly became one of the most loved characters in the Descendants universe. The role allowed China to combine her singing, acting, and powerful on-screen presence and let her lean into her more rebellious, fierce side. Many fans believe that Uma was essentially crafted with China in mind, and she embraced the chance to return to Disney and honor Cameron Boyce's legacy at the same time. Unlike many Disney stars who faced public scandals, China remained remarkably grounded. Thanks to her parents' strict household, no tabloids, no late-night parties, and very controlled internet access, she avoided many pitfalls that child stars often fall into. While she has been candid about her private struggles with grief and identity, she's always framed them as lessons and testimonies. So, where is she now? Well, today China Anne McClain is redefining what it means to be a child star grown up. Instead of chasing fame, China chose herself. She stepped back to focus on her faith, her family, and her mental health, something so many young stars never get the chance to do. Even after all the almost, the roles she's turned down, the projects that never happened, China proves she doesn't need to be everywhere to make an impact. And now, with her return in Descendants: The Rise of Red, she's not just a Disney star anymore, she's a symbol of growth, resilience, and self-love. China's story reminds us that sometimes the brightest stars don't have to burn the longest to leave a mark. They just have to shine on their own terms. Alright guys, that's the end of my video. Thank you to those who made it to the end. So go ahead and let me know what you think. If I left out any important details, please do comment. Leave me your feedback. Till next time, bye besties.